everyone, and welcome to another product review. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. Now, in case you are interested, I do have a full review on the Photo Focus foundation. I will link that down below for you. But for today, we are going to be trying out the concealer instead. This concealer retails for $3.99 US, so $4 US. It comes in 6 different shades in a 0.29 fluid ounce tube. I grabbed 2 different shades to try out today. I grabbed the shade Light Medium Beige and Medium Peach. I figured that I would give both of them a try as far as swatching them. I looked at swatches online, but I didn't get a full sense of what they might look like in person. And so rather than risking getting something that was going to make my under eye area look extremely ashy, which lighter concealers tend to do, I just decided to order the ones that are kind of like in between that would probably best suit me. That's why I grabbed both of them. Now, after swatching them, I feel like the Medium Peach is probably going to be better for me. And I'll show you all a close-up here. As you can see, the top shade is just a little bit too much on the light side, whereas the bottom shade is a little bit more tan, a little bit better for me. I feel like I'm going to get better coverage with the Medium Peach, and it's not going to look ashy underneath the eye area. So, going to be trying out Medium Peach instead of the Light Medium Beige. The description on this concealer simply states that it is going to allow your natural beauty to shine with their selfie tested creamy and luminous concealer. It has been tested to be white cast free under 7 different photo lighting conditions. This high coverage concealer allows only your best features to get noticed. Gorgeous skin will be your only look. The claims on this are basically that you will look beautiful regardless of what light you are under. So clear blue sunlit sky, so outdoors during the day, outdoors during the night, indoors during nighttime, electronic flash, fluorescent light, bathroom light, nightclub lighting, you're gonna look great regardless of the lighting situation. So that is the sell point on this concealer, is that you're just going to look great regardless of what lighting you're taking photos under. It doesn't claim to be creaseless, it doesn't claim to be long wearing, anything like that. So that is what we're going to be testing it out for today. So before we get started in applying concealer, I am going to be adding some foundation and some color corrector onto the right under eye area only. I want to see how the concealer wears with and without a color corrector, and then afterwards I am going to be applying some loose powder in order to set the under eye area. So what I'm going to be doing next is applying foundation and color corrector off camera, and I will be right back to apply concealer. Okay, so now I am back with foundation on and color corrector on just the one side. As far as how to best apply this concealer, it doesn't state, it doesn't really give you like tips or tricks as far as how to apply it. So I'm just going to be applying it with the doe foot applicator that it comes with. Underneath the eye area, just a little triangle there, a little triangle here, and then blend it out using my damp beauty blender. So I'm going to start off with the color corrected side, and then blending it out using my damp beauty blender. I really like the coverage on this. Okay, and now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side without the color corrector. All right, not bad. I like the coverage that I'm getting. I love the way that it blended out very easily. The concealer doesn't state to be buildable, but I am going to try to build it up a little here and a little bit here, very tiny. These are my trouble spots. This is where I feel like I see my dark circles the most. So I'm just going to build it up a little bit in this inner corner here, just to get a little extra coverage. Okay, so I'm getting really good coverage with this concealer. Now I'm just going to simply set it with a little bit of translucent powder. Just grabbing a small amount with my beauty blender and patting it underneath the eye. Okay, so now that I'm done applying it, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you all in so that you can get a better look underneath the eye area after initial application. Okay, so here's the under eye area after initial application. I don't see any creasing so far. I feel like I got pretty good coverage. It doesn't feel heavy and it doesn't look heavy in my opinion as well. Okay, so now that you've seen the under eye area up close, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so now I'm back with a full face of makeup, and I must say that the concealer still looks really good underneath the eye area. So we'll see how it wears. It is currently 12:07 p.m., so I do plan on coming back at around 4 o'clock for a midday check-in. Okay, so I am back for a midday check-in. It is currently 4:16, so I've worn this for a little over 4 hours, or roughly 4 hours. And so far, I can't really complain about this concealer. I mean, it hasn't really creased on me underneath the eye area. I would say maybe a tiny bit of creasing, but nothing too noticeable whatsoever. It hasn't really worn off. I feel like I can definitely see my dark circles more so on the non-color corrected side than I can see on this side that I did color correct. But aside from that, I mean, the product still looks intact. It doesn't look like it's separated in any way as of right now. It hasn't really done anything other than stay pretty put. So now I'm gonna zoom you all in so that you can get a better look underneath the eye area after all, 4 hours of wear. Okay, so here's the under eye area after 4 hours. And as you can see, I don't really see a whole lot of creasing whatsoever, maybe just a very little amount like here and here. But aside from that, there really isn't much creasing. Aside from that, I feel like I could get more coverage out of here and here. Those are just my problem areas though. So other than that, the concealer still looks like it's holding up really well. Okay, so that's pretty much all that I have to report on as of right now. I am planning on wearing it for another 3 or 4 hours max, just to give it a full day's worth of wear. So I will see you all here very shortly. Okay, so now I am back for a final check-in. It is currently 7:48, so right under a full 8 hours of wear. Before I get into it, let me go ahead and zoom you all in so that you can get a better look at my under eye area after almost 8 hours. Okay, so this is the under eye area after almost 8 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and look up so that you can see the creasing that occurred underneath the eyes. As you can see, it's not much whatsoever. Also here, I feel like it did wear off just a little bit, more so on this side than it did on this side. So as you can see, the concealer wore well. It didn't wear perfectly 100% all day long. I feel like it definitely wore better the first half of the day than it did the second half of the day. But for the price tag, I feel like it's absolutely worth it. I feel like this concealer wore better than some of my other more expensive concealers. I have really severe dark circles. I have a lot of lines underneath the eye area. I didn't get as much creasing as I thought that I would because I did add additional product here. Granted, it wasn't to the entire under eye area that I added additional product to, but I mean, I did just apply it with the doe foot applicator. I wasn't light with it. I definitely tried to conceal the under eye area as much as I could, so I didn't go very light with the product, and it didn't crease as much as I thought that it might. So there is that, definitely that. I feel like overall it's a really good concealer. The only downsides to consider is that it doesn't last the full day, and not in my opinion, it definitely didn't. It does crease just a little bit, and the shade range, 6 shades just for me wasn't enough. Overall, I feel like the concealer did a really good job. It held up for the first half of the day really, really well. Second half, not so much, but I feel like for the price tag, it's at least definitely worth a shot. So thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed this video review and that you found it helpful. As always, take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.